What up, Snackies? Welcome back. So guys, listen, I'm not gonna do the full intro that I normally do. I told y'all I was gonna have a special mukbang this week. These are my podcast members. Y'all want to introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Tina. I can't believe I'm on Shai Snacks Mukbang channel. Like, it's such an honor. This is
her food has been featured, y'all already know, multiple times. So this is the one and only Chef Tina Lee.
And I am Nikki.
So y'all, we just want to do a special mukbang just so y'all can kind of see the behind the scenes of the story of how we kind of came together, what we're gonna be talking about on our podcast. Y'all get to get a snippet of our personalities, and we hope y'all enjoy. So without further ado, y'all, let's snack.
All right, so we eat first. So how does
we eat and talk.
What's the process of mukbang? Because this has to look like a whole production.
Yes, it is. It's literally, it translates to eating broadcast.
Eating broadcast.
Yes.
So who created the word?
Koreans.
The Koreans. Okay.
So you literally you eat, you talk, whatever you talk about. Now ASMR is different.
That's the sound.
That's the sound. Right.
Lights and stuff like that. Okay,
right.
Got it.
Let me get you go.
No, you good. I want y'all to take first and then I'll. Cause then it's gonna be too far. So eat first. Oh well, I guess that'll work. Okay. All right.
And then I do got some ginger.
Which one? Crawfish.
Some ginger. Some Scotch bonnet.
Corn.
And this lemon pepper butter sauce we're using, y'all.
Lemon pepper butter sauce. What's that?
This the Scotch bonnet pepper sauce.
Okay. That looks good.
This ginger, and her mango pickles. Unfortunately, she don't sell it, y'all.
Not unfortunately.
I got it by me.
You gotta buy Griot.
But I'm the plug,
cooking.
so you gonna always get it. What else you want?
Get some cucumbers.
Cucumber.
Yeah.
Cucumbers and some scram.
That's good.
Okay, gotcha. Y'all next Shy, but
yeah, she gonna be our podcast member that's on the Shy side.
Yeah, but we ain't. We eat.
Y'all know I'm just bubbly. But I already told y'all it's gonna be interesting to see like how I transition, because y'all don't really see me like expressing my opinions about situations, because I know it can be like touchy. So I never wanted to do that on my channel. Nick, you'll pass me the mango.
Gotcha. You got a thing for the ginger?
Oh, dang.
No, it's okay. I'll drop it. I just like the juice anyway.
For real?
I be eating that with sushi. You eat it with sushi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the ginger with the sushi.
But it tastes good with seafood.
I haven't tried it.
No. And so we've been starving, so we gotta kind of get in here first. So introduction wise, so the podcast came together. How did it come together? I think we did something, a mental health segment for at the store first, and then we decided that it was a thing. Like, everyone loved our chemistry, and we were like, you know what, we should make this a thing. I actually came to therapy. So Shay's my therapist. Shay's our therapist. And we were like, we could make this a thing because everyone loved our chemistry. And the idea was thought about, and here we are,
podcasting.
Vibes Uncensored.
Tina is a hustler by all means, okay? So her mind, and she's very creative, is constantly, because I would have never even imagined, and I told y'all in the beginning, I was always interested in doing a podcast, but I was scared to kind of like do one by myself. So
even though you'll be really good at it.
So when she was like, would you be interested in doing a podcast? Because the reviews were so good on the video that we did for, actually you put that video on your YouTube channel when you was trying to really.
I did. I thought I wanted to do YouTube.
Yeah, she thought she wanted to do YouTube.
Shai B, it didn't even last. Stuck on Instagram. Everyone enjoyed everyone's point of view. So let's talk about point of views. Nick comes with what?
I come with child-based background, school, mental health experience.
Yes. So she's here to tell you, like, well, she's here to suggest her real life opinion on how you should do things, how you probably should do things, and how sometimes it really plays out, because the dynamics are so different, and you know, across cultures. She discussed dynamics being different across cultures, across time periods. Yes, which was very important. So that was her perspective. And Shai came with
the mental health I already know.
The mental health that she already know with adults. Nikki specializes in adolescents, right? And young kids.
And I'm across the board, like,
so
y'all already know we used to do mental health Mondays. Pre-pregnancy, I haven't started it back on the channel yet. It's just been very hard. Y'all already know. Y'all get y'all one video, one mukbang, and even that be a challenge. But so y'all know my perspective on how I'm gonna be addressing like different topics and stuff is gonna be from a more mental health based, like, you know, unchecked mental health and unhealed trauma, and because some of these topics, a lot of people be in the media for, and so mental health is the foundation. No,
a lot of them. And I'm just coming with my hood knowledge.
That's still relevant.
You know, that's the and you know what, and that's what binded all of us, because we came from so many different perspectives. And you know, like, they gotta keep me in check. Like, okay, now hold up. Like, you know, you can't just be whooping your kid's ass. This is what we suggest you do. Now if that don't work, then you know, we go from there. But y'all, I don't even be whooping my kids for it. I think I whooped my kids maybe like twice in their whole lifespan, and I realized it was a waste of fucking time. It was a waste of time. So I didn't even bother no more. I got tired, bitch. I'm fat. I ain't got time to be whooping nobody. Like, you get tired out your breath. You be about to die trying to whoop the kids because you running out of breath. You need to take a break for some water. Like, I don't know how my mom used to beat us continuously for like 2-3 minutes. Like, she didn't even have to breathe. Now we need to check our mental health in between. Like, are you okay? Like, are you doing this for the right reasons? Yes, they tried you. Yes, they spit on you. Yes, they did all these things. But now, is it even worth it? Because, baby, I'm tired. Like, you get hungry while you whipping kids. You know, like, it's just too much. Like, we gotta pick a struggle.
But talking goes so far with kids. Like, it really do.
It does, especially if they're used to it. Now, if you just used to, like, your kids come to you with something, and you just used to yelling at them, then that's all they know, yelling at them and beating. But if you're used to talking to them and telling them why they can't do certain things, even though we didn't get that, I think I realized how important that is to give that to them, even though that's not what we were subjected to.
Because when they get out in life, people aren't going to always talk to them and handle them the way they're handled at home.
Right,
so absolutely. They need to know how to, you know, respond to all types of communication. Because it's kids where they don't respond unless you're yelling at them.
Right.
And that's not healthy because they carry that into adulthood.
Absolutely.
And then there's people like my cousin. If you yell at her, she just stare at you like you stupid.
That's what I do.
Right. Like,
that's what I do. Right? Like, so people... Not just people, you know, in my relationships, you know, when she start raising her voice, I just be like, that's what you really want to do? Because I'm going to check out, because it brings me to, like, my mom always yelling at me, you know, and I used to internalize my mom yelling at me and feel bad and think that I was the worst person in the world, to switching it from, no, I didn't do anything, so I'm going to just go to a different place. So anytime like someone raised their voice at me, or I feel like they're talking to me aggressively, I check out. Because if I don't check out, like, I know what, you know, I would do something really, really bad. I used to be really, really bad with that. So I had to learn how to check out. Because then that's why I used to steal my mama money. Before I learned how to deal with it. Yeah, child.
That's how you used to get back at her?
That's how I used to get back at her. I would steal her money. Because that's the only thing I felt like that would hurt her. That's the only time I ever seen my mom, like, you know, hurt about something. Her money.
So she knew you was the one stealing it?
Nope. because I stole it
So you would
well.
see her like
She probably knew I was the one stealing it maybe once or twice because the school called.
Oh,
So what I used to do was I would steal my mama money, go to school, and buy all the kids ice cream. And they'll be like, where you get all this money from? I wouldn't even use it on me. That's what's so unique about the store.
Use it on everybody else.
I use it on everybody else because I didn't want shit to do with them at the time, you know? So I didn't want her money for me. I want the money so I could spread the wealth. And I'm talking about, I ain't stealing little money, Shay. I'm talking like hundreds. And they would find the rest in my book bag. Because I was smart, so I know a bunch of ice cream ain't cost, you know, $400 or $500.
Right.
I'll just bring $100 to the school and be like, yeah, keep going. like we at Walmart, keep checking. Like you shopping on Amazon, add the cart, keep going. So I want to say the school called her twice.
Wow.
About me taking her money, and then they will find more money in my butt bag. So the ice cream truck too. If the ice cream truck rolled by, and all the kids, what I'm feeding. Listen, you hear Rick Ross buy back the block? I was listen. I could have bought the block, and she caught me twice. You know, one time she had like she was crying. Oh, I was so happy. She came to the school crying, child. I was like, yes, I finally got her. Even though I was off to get the ass open of my life, it still felt good in the moment. It was so worth it. This other time I stole her money, my brother got in trouble. Girl, I started crying with her.
Who, Jackson?
No, my brother Timmy. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Timmy. I'll buy you lunch one day, baby.
Because he might see this video.
He gonna see it. I told the story online, but she was looking for it, and I was helping her look. I was helping her look. I was crying with her, knowing good and goddamn well it's underneath my bed. I knew goddamn well. And listen, she used to get creative with her hiding spots.
And you were
okay, girl, I found every last one. Girl, I didn't even know what condoms was until I found some money under some condoms.
Wow.
And they were lifestyle condoms. Y'all know those were the only condom black people were really using back then. Lifestyle condom. Child, she used to hide them under there. Then she figured out how to open up the bottom of the lamp thing. Girl, I found it in there. The base, I found it inside of different flowers.
You must also be watching her.
No, I never watched her. I just used to search. I'm a really good searcher. Underneath the carpet, investigator, underneath the bed, wrapped in panties.
Wow.
And see, when we really think about that from like a mental health aspect, right? You were acting out. Somebody would say you just bad, but you actually was acting out because of how you were being treated.
Absolutely, and for no reason. I felt like she was treating me bad for no reason. Because essentially, I was a really good kid, but she had she had her own demons that she was that she had to deal with. But y'all, the centralization, to sound proper, of the podcast is lifestyle, food, and mental health. And how we all, you know, how we're gonna come together to bind it all and have those hard conversations about those topics. So let's talk lifestyle, y'all.
And lifestyle gonna be like current events, all of that.
So this week, what was this week that was big on social media?
Wasn't it
the baby?
The baby and Danny Lee. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
The baby and Danny Lee, y'all. So basically a little what is it, synopsis? Because y'all know, y'all, they went to college. I dropped out in high school. So the background, okay, that's what that means. Because I just use it because it sounds good.
Background.
Okay, summary background. So I'm gonna use synopsis because it got a bunch of syllables in the bitch. Okay, so Danny Lee and the baby went on live. From what I gather, y'all, this isn't on.
He was on live. Right?
He was on live, and he was basically saying how this was his side chick. She needs to get out. They have.
He called her the side chick. Oh,
yes.
He called her the certified side chick.
The certified side chick.
But I ain't gonna lie, I agree. Cause
agree what?
When I realized what she posted.
What did she post?
She posted that he left her when she was pregnant, but they've been together for the past they've been back together since the baby was born. The baby 3 months old. So what would possess?
I don't think that's what she posted, because throughout her pregnancy they had pictures together.
He left her during the pregnancy. They didn't get back together until the baby was born.
Until the baby was born. Okay.
I saw it and I was like, well, what would possess her to get back with him if he left you during your pregnancy?
Right.
I don't care how long it was. He left you during your pregnancy.
Right.
What would possess you to move in with him? and get back together.
Right.
Listen.
And I know technically she probably was thinking about it from like the baby's point of view, like her baby, but that's not healthy to bring a baby into. So that still wouldn't be a logical route to really take. You know, if you're somebody who is mentally healed and okay, and you know your self-esteem is where it should be, like your boundaries, you have balance with your boundaries and all of that, you know.
Well, see, I think a lot of that plays into I don't think they consider I want to believe that moms consider their kids, but I want to believe that they consider themselves first and what's comforting to them. You know, I feel like
and they just use the kids as like
they use the kid as a scapegoat. We're not saying that's what she did, y'all, but essentially the baby has a track record, right? Of disrespecting women
and her,
you know, and her, definitely, and her. And at some point you have to think about it, like you're choosing this path, you know. And not only that, you know how he treated his previous baby mama, but me and Nick was talking about it earlier, like a lot of times you have to think about, okay, the track record. Yes, Nick made a very good point. Don't let somebody's past determine what their future is gonna look like. However, your track record is your track record, and I'll never feel like I'm the exception.
But his track record is present.
It's present,
right?
Very present.
That's the difference.
It's not like he had a track record. It stopped. He went and healed himself. He worked on himself.
You no longer saw those patterns, or you no longer saw those actions. That's different,
right? Okay.
But if you had a track record and they still doing the stuff that's on their record,
that's you.
You gotta take accountability for that too at some point.
Yes. Now, I can't relate to her because sis, like I was in marriages, and
so how many times have you been married?
I've been married twice. And the moment it became toxic, or either I knew I was gonna be toxic or I couldn't handle it, I had to leave because I was raised in chaos. And I always said I would never raise my kids in chaos.
Yeah.
And
breaking that cycle.
I had to break the cycle for me. But also I should have knew better. Even in hindsight, I should have knew that I was dating. We got married. Well, actually got pregnant, got married. But you know you're not ready for relationships. But you're always, you know, depending on what type of environment you're raised in, you're looking for some type of comfort. You know, and really you should just be looking for yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
Who taught you that?
You did. So
Shai B knowing.
Shai B knowing. That's what you should have a segment on that. Shai B knowing.
Shai B knowing.
She absolutely be knowing, y'all. But so a lot of times we have these kids in these relationships, you know, as a byproduct of the relationship, knowing good and goddamn well this shit wasn't going good before kids. So the kids definitely ain't gonna make this no better.
That's true.
Never. Like we sometimes think, okay, it's the whole thing of, okay, the kids is gonna provide security to the relationship.
Ooh,
when really if the relationship didn't have security to begin with, it's gonna just spiral into something even deeper and a lot of times worse.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Because just from me being a new mom, and thank God me and Mike was married for 7 years before we even had a baby. So we really got to know each other. But even still, we've bumped heads. We've bumped heads. Thank God we also have a playful relationship. So when we bump those heads, we know how to get back.
Recover.
Yeah, we know how to recover. And it wasn't always like that, because I could recover quicker than Mike could. Mike took longer to recover. But again, with us having those 7 years to ourselves, not saying that everybody else have to wait 7 years before they introduce kids into the picture, because
I'm not saying 7 years is the formula
either. Correct, because 7 year itches when marriages typically fall apart also. So you know,
you just have to know how to build that foundation. That's So no matter what time that takes, that foundation is what's
There,
most important.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have a good foundation.
Right, to even begin with.
Like the way it started was rocky from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Cause then he leave one of his baby mamas for her or something like that.
Something like that. That was messy.
It's just always been chaotic.
Yeah, it's always been chaotic. Now, the other thing too, so let's talk about a little bit of that time, right? So, with my second child, I had known him for like 10 years. You know? So time don't always determine either, y'all.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wasn't a bad guy. I wasn't a bad guy. We just weren't ready for the responsibilities that were ahead. There were a lot of challenges at that time, and we weren't equipped or ready. We didn't know anything about therapy. When we did seek counseling, it was from somebody that was in the church that did not do a very good job.
Yeah.
So that's another thing too. Like we bind ourselves to people sometimes because of time and think it's gonna be good and it's gonna change. And a lot of times, baby, it ain't. The signs be there, but we just be holding on because it's a comfortable spot.
Well, a lot of times too, you do something called trauma bonding.
Yes. That's a big one too.
So you guys have a bond that's toxic because of the similarities and the traumas or the trauma themes that you guys have that's similar.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then that's a relationship that the foundation is already off. Right? If your relationship is built off of trauma bonding, then y'all gonna have codependency. Y'all gonna just have toxicity. Like it's just a recipe for disaster.
Very good. Very true. So then, did y'all see the video with the ex-football player? That
Oh my God.
That was bad.
Right.
That was horrific, to say the least. However, I will say too, now not in those situations, right? Before it gets that bad,
There's signs.
there's signs. There's like
There's little subtle signs.
very little. Okay, remember the movie we watched, the Maid movie?
Yes.
Oh my God,
That was good.
that was good.
Serious,
She
the Maid.
broke it down
Yeah.
to the T. First, it's the wall or something indirectly being thrown, and so I'm like, okay, this week was just ghetto. Like that shit was wild this week. So the Tammy situation this week. You introduced that.
Yes. Essentially, she was just saying that, I guess something her and her husband have spoken about is, letting them both separate from their marriage for like a year and just give him the ability to go and explore having a child. Because she realizes that that's something that he wants. And so that's her being selfless and giving him, well, I mean, this is her.
That's what she
explanation.
explained it. That's how she explained it. Okay.
Right. So it's like,
Because what if he's selfless and then he don't come back, baby? What if that the woman who give him the baby,
they
form a bond.
They form a bond because, I mean, they have, let's be real, a bond that he and Tammy won't have. So, I mean,
I feel like since her career going so good, why don't you just get a donor egg?
Right.
And a surrogate.
And a surrogate. True.
And y'all have your own baby.
Right.
right,
He don't need to take off.
I felt like there were other ways around.
Right.
Yes, I feel that too.
Like,
So it's like, if y'all just want to swing, just say that.
yeah, right.
Well,
right,
no. I'll say I gave somebody that option too.
No.
For real?
I did. He broke my heart immensely. Like
I bet he did.
I think that's the first time I ever had like a heart
A heartbreak.
break, like where you
Actual
feel
heartbreak. Where you
dog,
feel your chest hurting.
like your heart is beating outside of your body. You don't even know how your body is still moving. Like, but I did tell him because he didn't have kids and I had my kids, and his mom actually too. She was always, when y'all gonna have it, like she just knew like I'm gonna be carrying this boy's child, and I told him, I said no. I said you're more than welcome. No. We were in a good place at the time.
No, I'm saying, were you done having kids?
I was done having kids. And I said, if you want kids, I'm totally cool with you going to, find somebody having kids. If you come back, great. If you don't, good too, because I feel like every kid deserves a family, a cohesive family. What you need?
No, I'm saying, so the heartbreak came before or after that?
No, the heartbreak came after that.
Okay.
It came after that. But
Was it because that decision was...
No.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with his decision, child. He was just a hoe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing to do with it, child.
So he ain't had no baby on you.
Still ain't got no baby.
Dang.
It's been like
So he just took advantage of the whole, you can go, you can be open to have a baby.
You know, see, let me tell you something. A lot of heartbreaks is your fault. I knew the signs. I saw the signs. The shit was raggedy before we even became official.
That'll be different.
It was raggedy after we was official. See, that's the thing. Like, we have a lot of good moments. And we get into our comfort, you know. Like, he was amazing with my kids. He's the first guy I ever introduced to my kids. My kids were probably like maybe 6 and 6, 8, 9. So 6 and 9 at the time. So it was kind of like one of those things where his family was so involved with my kids. You know, like, everybody loved them. Every family function, everything. Like, that was my first taste of, like, real family unity. Barbecues he was American, so it was barbecues every weekend. It was, Tina, we'll pick up the kids. You working tonight? Cool, no problem. You know, like, it was that comfort. If anything, shit, your family available. Like, I was dating a family more than anything. And he was a hoe. You hear me? A big old soft hoe, you know. Well, not a soft hoe. He was a gentleman hoe, but you know, one of them. He was a gentleman hoe. Like,
so when he was with you, he knew how to treat you, but then he would go out there and
how he was treating me, he was treating everybody else.
Oh.
Yes, that's that type of. Yeah, that type of hoe. So that comes down to it too. But he actually, I was with Tammy on that. You know, yeah, let him, if you don't want to do it, let him go do it with somebody else if that's his true wishes and desires. And if he comes back, he comes back. If he doesn't, he don't. Like, honestly, like, I feel like you get to a point in life where it is what the fuck it is, you know. And that's I don't know if I'll do that now, you know, but it was, I ain't even gonna try to hold y'all and act like, you know, I can't relate. I can definitely relate.
I can't
relate. Why you can't relate?
I definitely can't.
I'm just, I have jealousy tendencies.
Okay.
I do.
That makes sense.
Just leave it at that.
Just leave it at
I'm
that.
just leave it at that. I told y'all might call me crazy, so.
Let's see. I think a lot of that too is from my ability to detach easily.
Yeah. Trauma.
My trauma and it's just a result of me not being tied down
To people.
by anything or any one thing. Yeah, to people.
Yeah.
So like, if I fuck with you, that's because I really fuck with you, because I don't get attached to people. If anything, like, we have to like really create a bond. You know what I mean? And that's why friendship is so important to me, because once we're friends, like, if I call you a friend, like, because I never had friends growing up. I always had one friend. Like, I didn't start making friends until like my 20s. Like, I don't know what it is to have a whole bunch of friends. Like, my birthday parties were I had 5 siblings. We had a bunch of cousins. That was our birthday party.
Yeah.
We didn't know outside people, you know, in our family. We had our next door neighbors. That's it. Like, and just literally our next door neighbors, not 3 houses down, 4, 5. No,
The house right
those were the house right next door, and those were our friends. So I think a lot of that plays on that. You know, like, it's okay. Go do what you want to do. If you come back, you come back. If you don't, it just wasn't meant to be. I'm gonna still go eat me some French fries. I'm gonna still go to the movies, and you know, that's just what it's gonna be. Anything else exciting happening in the news, y'all? No? Alright, so moving to food. We love food.
Yes.
That's my favorite topic. So I'm a chef, y'all, like Shay said before. I think that's how me and Shay met originally.
Yep. I did a mukbang on your
She did a mukbang on my food. How did you find it?
It was so
Shay?
funny. Through Marcy. My homegirl Marcy. She was like, after I started my channel. It was in the beginning part of me starting my channel.
Yep, I remember.
And she was like, oh, you should try this show.
She was literally in the car.
She literally was only a mile from the house. I was like, wait, what? And I just went to her Instagram page, saw all the stuff, and I was like, okay. The first thing I got from her was fried lobster. And you don't do fried lobster that often no more, and I'd be so mad. It was the lobsters and waffles. Lobster and the It was some type of
chicken and waffles or
chicken berry French toast or something like that. I mean berry French toast or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
We changed the menu
so much, but I just knew I was gonna get that lobster again, y'all. I never got that lobster again. It was on that one time, but she found out that I did that because I added her. Because that's when I used to add people on my Instagram page, and she went this whole like her personality is just off the walls, and she was like, no, this person just not shading and rolled up on me and did a review like. She was like, I'm so honored and stuff. You probably can't find it.
And my nieces love Shai. I actually didn't know she did it. My nieces hit me up first.
Oh,
and then
real?
it just so happened that same day Shai tagged me. And my nieces are in love with Shai. And they couldn't believe it. They was like, Shai Snacks did a review on you, auntie. And my nieces are so infatuated with my work. Like every day they're on YouTube Googling like my name and seeing what pops up, because a couple of YouTubers did. I think but Shai kicked it off. I think after Shai did it, that's when a couple of more YouTubers started picking up on my food. But yeah, that's how we're connected. All connected. Same thing with Nick. Nick found me on Instagram, wanted some products, eventually got some food. And yeah, the rest is history. We're all connected through food. So what's the new trend in food right now?
Listen, if you want to find trending food, TikTok is
all the way.
TikTok all the way.
I love TikTok for that.
TikTok all the way.
I absolutely love TikTok. So now what I noticed is people are making like different color foods now. So like they're starting to try to make blue food a thing, green food.
Yeah, we in the YouTube universe, we've had mukbangers. We even had just regular blog channels that do like eating all pink foods for the day. Eating all blue foods for the day. Like
so see, I'm not that crazy. I saw went to Walgreens and I saw some chips. You know them fire chip things that's from I guess China or Asia. That all those kids eat. Takis. Now they have a blue one.
Yeah, they been had the blue one.
Really? Today was the first time I seen it.
I've been had a blue one.
It was a trend on TikTok.
Oh wow. Okay.
Legit blue.
Well, you put the blue ones in a jalapeno pepper with cream cheese. It tastes good.
Girl, stop playing.
I promise you.
Stop playing.
I did the one with hot Cheetos and then Takis. But both of them taste good. Just make sure you clean them seeds out of them jalapenos, cause baby,
it'll burn.
It gets to the back of that throat.
And it start burning.
Cut.
So now, what y'all should know is, I don't think I'm the best chef at all. I don't think there's the best in my thing, period, because you could always learn so much. There's so much more to learn. Now what I do think is I've basically cooked everything I think I wanted to cook in life.
And executed it.
You know, and execute it. Yeah, I think so. You know, like unless the meat store starts selling dinosaurs
oh my gosh,
and tarantula, like some new animals like they say. Like there's pretty much, I don't think there's nothing that I haven't tried yet. You know, like I don't really care. Now the thing is, I don't really care for trending food, like how everyone's crusting everything with the hot Cheetos, how everyone's stuffing the egg roll with everything but the kitchen sink. You know, like I don't really, the trendy stuff I don't so much care for. You know,
do you care to taste it though?
No, not even. Like it's just one of those things where you know what all the different components taste like, and I already know what it tastes like together. So it's like I'm not trying to rush to do it. Like I feel like with the trendy stuff, a lot of that stuff in the culinary world is let me do this to get on, and I always felt like your work, you know, the right people will always find you.
Okay, so you feel like I don't have to do no publicity.
I don't have to do none of that
to get the recognition.
I definitely, and I don't. And the thing is, and it's not even that I'm known or anything like that. It's more so of I've proven what I've needed to prove for me, and the work that I've done, I find so great that I don't really need to
do anything.
You know, I don't have to oblige to the trending gimmicky.
You don't have to be gimmicky.
Absolutely.
No, I actually, you know what's so funny? I agree with that to a certain extent with the food, because my channel was food based until I had Zaire. Now it's like I'm trying to transition to a lifestyle as well, but. So with it being food based, then naturally I'm gonna try all of those different things.
Right.
Like hot Cheeto fried pickles, fire.
Hot Cheeto fried pickles.
Hot Cheeto fried pickles.
So what, are you battering the pickles? Are you?
Yes, you batter the pickles, and your last step of it is the hot Cheetos. So
Like
you batter
Cheeto
that as
does?
well.
Like a Cheeto does,
And
or
you
bread.
batter it too.
So you fry it with the hot Cheetos on it? Interesting.
Wow.
I never fried. Did I fry mine? I always air fry mine.
Oh,
Okay.
It's amazing, y'all. It's amazing.
Girl.
But
we might have to do a podcast on that one day.
Right.
Okay.
But when it comes to being gimmicky, like my channel, at first I was like, because I had, coincidentally, I guess it's just my personality, I met other YouTubers that would shout me out, like Auntie KC, Steph and Tosh. I even did one with Queen Bees, like people who had big channels. Like we met and we just naturally was okay with each other, you know, like personalities meshed and stuff. So I did get a big influx of subscribers, and I wouldn't recommend people do that now, because none of those people even watch. None of those subscribers that I got from them even watch me. The subscribers that watch me are the ones that I naturally got. So that's why I say I get it when it comes to like being gimmicky and stuff, or like sometimes like it works for other people, because they, you know, people who started out with me, they're in the 100,000s now, you know, and I'm right at 20K, you know, but they did gimmicky stuff like, you know, jokes and pranks during the mukbangs and stuff. And me, my husband, he's been on the channel. They always ask for Mr. Snacks. They know he's here, but he's never wanted to be in front of the camera like that. So when he's done it, sometimes it's because he wanted to do it, not because it was a regularly scheduled
mukbang, right?
But those things work because people like seeing couples. People are nosy. People want to be in your business and stuff, and that's what he likes to say. And the reality is, we are. That's why reality TV is so big, you know. But I definitely get it when it comes to like gimmicky type stuff, because it works.
It works. It brings the eyes.
It brings the eyes, but it doesn't bring the authentic eyes. It's going to stay.
Right.
It doesn't have that genuineness to it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just that gimmick, literally, and it's just something for the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, food is definitely we're all big foodies. We love finding new spots.
And you guys tried out a new spot recently.
Yes. So here's the thing. Let me tell y'all something about when we do reviews. If it's a black owned spot, we do not name drop them if it's not good. Okay? So people hold us to a very high standard when it comes to food, especially me. And Nick sees y'all DMs. Okay? Like, so if it's a black spot, and especially if it's not a commercial spot, like say a spot that has a bunch of franchises, we do not name drop it if it's not good, because
it might be good if you go.
But it might be good if you go. Now, if you privately
because
DM
everybody's
us,
taste buds different.
Everybody's taste buds are different.
Looking for different things, so
right. So if it's not good, we're not gonna go online and be like, "Oh, this place is horrible," because we know how much weight our opinion holds, and I don't want somebody to lose business because of us, because our taste buds are unique. You know, we know who likes what. Like, we would tell them, no, you would like this, even though it wasn't seasoned. You that unseasoned crowd that would think this was seasoned to the T. Right. So you can go here. It's for you. But if another one,
that's probably me, y'all, because I don't like salt like that.
No, you eat my food, girl. My food is seasoned.
But I eat your food in stages.
Okay.
I can't just eat like the salmon and grits. I ate a little bit that same night, and then I didn't eat the rest until. But funny enough, because you had the candy bacon on there, it wasn't salty at all.
See, so it's a balance of things, right?
Because sometimes your mac and cheese, I can literally only eat a little bit at a time.
See, so where you got other people that be like, "Can we get extra mac and cheese? Can you hold the rice, or can you hold them?" So it's all subjective. So when it comes to eating, we don't like to blast people when it's not good, because just because we didn't thoroughly enjoy it doesn't mean that you won't. It doesn't mean that you won't have an even better experience, because it all. And then y'all need to think about it too. Like, when you go out to eat, smokers y'all eat everything. Y'all don't care.
Oh,
A lot of
for
times,
real, you think so?
they taste buds are shot.
Yes.
Their taste buds are shot. You
I just burped.
Oh, girl, when? Girl. I burp louder than that. I ain't even hear you.
The disrespect.
Yeah, like when you smoke, your taste buds are very different from a non-smoker's taste bud. So, when you don't smoke, you're highly, you know, all your taste buds are intact. Nothing is burnt out, so you can taste things really, really well. And then it depends on your upbringing, how well whoever cooks.
People seasoned it.
And like we have a next door neighbor. I don't think they cook at all. That boy comes in the house every day, twice a day with a McDonald's bag. So if you used to like, you know, he's gonna be a diner eater. You know, he could go to a diner and he'll be fine. For the rest of his life. For us, we're gonna be like, oh hell nah, we need something hearty. Right. We need something from grandma.
Exactly.
So exactly.
Like,
so last night we went to the spot. It was a black chef, and listen, his sauces were amazing, but the food was not like, you know, like, okay, so I was trying to explain to my crowd yesterday because somebody did DM me and they're like, was it good though? Because it was highly expensive. The crab cake was like, if you take 3 of these cucumbers, that was the crab cake, y'all, dead ass, no lie. I told Shay it was shaped like a gumdrop. It was $16. The grits and salmon, this amount of grits, no lie, with like 2 lemons, with like this amount of snapper. Snapper, that's the snapper, that's the thing, and all of this is the sauce. So we basically paid $40 for sauce. That was $40. Okay, so now we're talking value to taste to quality. Quality was there. All the ingredients were fabulous. Taste, the sauces tasted amazing.
So it's like, it seems like he's not one of those chefs that season in layers.
No.
Because it seems like the sauce was what the star that seasons the food.
And that was
food item having seasoning.
That was from the appetizer. That was from the hors d'oeuvres to the main entree to the dessert. Sauce was the star. All of it. Like, if it was amazing, I would name drop it and be like, yes, go check this place out. It's worth it. It wasn't amazing, especially not for the price, but it has great potential. I would have loved to name drop him because it was a really dope concept, because it was a play on Southern food, but in a fine dining type of way. You know, so like the fish and grits was a play on fish and grits. You know, Southern style fish and grits. The crab cakes, Cajun style crab cakes, it was crusted beautifully. So it was a deep fried crab cake that was crusted with what seemed like a panko. It had these little sauces on top. That was the star, because the inside of the crab cake wasn't really seasoned at all. But those sauces that he had, and it was like literally a drop, was amazing. He had a creme anglaise, which actually inspired me. I told Nick, I said, oh, this is going to be the next sauce for the bread I put in. A creme anglaise sauce. You know what creme anglaise is? Like a creamy egg yolk. It's like a custard. It's beige vanilla sauce. It tastes like melted ice cream. It's so good. If we could describe it well, that was amazing. But we don't name drop. If it's amazing, we name drop it like 11 times.
And even still, if it's amazing to us and we name drop it, like the vice versa goes. Like you might not find
because we've name dropped before, and y'all went and y'all sent us a 4-page letter.
You know what's so funny? Yes, that has happened to me. I've done like reviews on places. I'm like, this was pretty decent, and people like, when I went, it wasn't good. Like,
it was just good because it was because of you. Because that was you on the day that you went.
I see people, like, if I posted on Instagram and then somebody at me, be like, look, Shay tried this book, and I was like, what happened? What happened? It was like, it wasn't good when I went. Like, so that's the thing. Again, everybody's taste buds is different, so you never know. But the sense is, most times if a place is decent, you'll have a number of people that say it's decent. You know, you won't have so many bad reviews. The good reviews will outweigh the bad.
Yeah. Because I had a 1-star review. Like, and I posted it.
It hurt her, y'all.
Listen, no, it didn't hurt me. So let's be clear.
Think it hurt you?
None of it ever hurt me.
But everybody was going in.
Everybody, it's like the wolves came out, like who she is, find out who she is. We'll go get her for you. We ready to fight behind Chef Tina. Like the wolves came out. It got serious, and then they went to go look for her name because it was like some made up XYZ ABC.
Oh yeah,
that was screen name. Now she had put her real screen name on there. They were in trouble. She was gonna be in trouble. But we weren't sweating it because it's kind of one of those things that, listen, so when it comes to food, if you're pushing 100 entrees, and say even if 2 people out of the 100 people that you fed says that it was bad, and those other 80 that had the very same entree said it was good, you still did your job.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Now what I do is, if you don't enjoy it, I do tell people, do not throw it away. Bring it back. We're going to give you a full refund. Because before, if they complained to me or said that they didn't enjoy it or whatever, I wouldn't even say bring it back. I issue a full refund. Because I'm big. So one, my prices are a little, up there. So I'm big on 100% satisfaction. And if I feel like I didn't satisfy you 100%, and you bring it to my attention, I'm going to try to satisfy you. I'm going to try to take care of that. What we found out was, so one time this one person spent, I think it was like $180. They brought maybe 4 or 5 entrees. They said no one ate it. Whoop-de-woo. One of those people in the group.
No one?
They said no one. One of the people in the group texted us and said that they lied. And that they did in fact eat it, and he showed me the plates. Because she showed me a half-eaten plate that she couldn't finish, and everyone else felt the same way. One of the people out of the group was like, no, she was lying. She just wanted her money back because she didn't want to pay for it. That's, I think, a few weeks ago. Somebody got the Haitian spaghetti from me, and she was like, you know what? The only thing I really liked was the bread and the sausages. She didn't care for the spaghetti at all. And then I think maybe 10 minutes later, somebody else sent us a review. It was like, yo, that was the best Haitian spaghetti I ever had. In the same day, literally 10 minutes apart. So it's kind of like, it's one of those things where you just take what comes with it, because everyone's not going to like it. Everyone's not going to like it. Every audience is not for you. So when people be trying to figure out who they want to be like and emulate, and let's go underneath their comments and maybe advertise with their customers. Them customers, they'll give me grace because they've been fucking with me for so long. You know what I'm saying? Even if I did mess up a dish, right? They'll probably extend more grace to me than if they go to you for the first time and it's horrible. They'll be like, they won't never touch your shit again. So it's a lot of times it's all in the development of your craft, and how people move with you. So it's just one of those things where you can't take it personal. You cannot take it personal at all, because I've been pushing, I've been selling plates since the house. I'm not gonna down myself. Journey. Yes. I'm not gonna down myself because one person or a couple of people, nigga, even if 10 people was 100 people was it wasn't good, I had them pushed out so many entrees, it don't even make any sense to even down yourself. Now you will get better, and you will tell them listen, hey, that's the one thing about my crowd when they get to know me. If they don't know me, but when they get to know me, my style is my style. And I'm gonna tell you, don't order from us again, because my style doesn't change. I don't alter what I do, because not a big enough percentage of people is saying it's bad. My sour salt, remember that was a part of the review? She was like, the sour salt is too sweet.
And I'm gonna tell you, and I told them that too. I was like, listen, she shipped these. Yes, for me, this is the hood sweet lemonade. However, I love it, so I just take out half, I add water, and I have 2 drinks. And I paid for 1 drink, but I create 2.
I cut it down to 3, because I agree.
Cut it down to 3.
I cut mine down to 3 because I don't like sweet drinks at all. So I agreed with that. Her review was, she seems like she's focused on overly sweet and overly savory food, and I'm like, look, this is just not for you. You don't even know, you haven't done enough. That's another thing too, people that eventually eat with me, I had a review a few weeks ago. She was saying how she's been following me for so long, and her husband finally gave in. People don't, sometimes it takes people 3 years to even touch my food, and they 5 minutes away from the restaurant. It takes them years, but they know my journey. So it's one of those things where if you're completely new and you don't know my style or what I do and how I do it, then I feel like sometimes people take bad food personal. You know what I'm saying? Like they take it and they're like, you did this to me on purpose.
Oh,
Well,
like
no.
the consumer does?
Right.
Okay.
You know, where with us, when we go out to eat, we just be like, yeah, we ain't coming back.
Yeah, me.
Like,
Yeah, that's me.
This just ain't for us.
This isn't for us. We know enough about
But you
food.
know what it is? This is the way I feel. They be broke anyways. So
Oh my God.
No,
that was a big thing with my bad review when I posted it.
I feel like they broke. They went out on a limb to go ahead and buy this.
And now they mad.
And now they mad because they didn't like it. They want their money back because they broke. Because me, like, and I ain't saying I'm the richest person. Y'all know, I already told y'all my new transition.
We just rich when it come to food. That's it. We rich
but
when
the
it come to food.
Snackiessss already know I'm on a whole new transition. I am officially unemployed. You know, my business, the business I was looking for closed down while I was on FMLA. So I'm nothing. You know, we want income now when it comes to my family. But I just, if I don't like something, I'm not finna go back. Like even my Snackiessss, sometimes when my orders be wrong, they be like, Shay, you need to go get your money back. And I be like, I feel like I'm finna waste more time trying to go through all of that.
Absolutely.
And I can't get my time back. I'm just not gonna go back to you. Or I'm just like, I remember one time, customer service is so big for me. Like I remember one time, I used to live right next door to a gas station when I was in Miami. And they had, every time I went home with customer service, me and Mike made a point. I don't care, I ride my gas. My mama say I ride it so I could be walking, and I still would not go to that gas station. Like, and it was literally right next door. Like, no, I'm not. Yeah.
See, we chuck it up and we be like,
exactly, because at the end of the day, it was an experience, and that's the thing too. And that's why I say a lot of and this way it comes with the mental health too. Not just they broke financially. Finances is so important. Finances is also linked to mental health. Yeah. And so some people, they knew they really couldn't afford it, and then they mad. They not really mad at the food. They're not really mad at you. They mad at their decision because they spent this money and financially they didn't have it, and then they already mentally unstable because finances is linked to mental health. So it's like a whole big.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle. You knew you couldn't afford a shelf $30 plate. So why would you go and go get that $30 plate? You know what I'm saying?
Like that's what most of the comments was too. If you broke, then just say that. I'm like, no, this is not what we're doing. Like that's not a thing, cause you know.
But that's real. That really is a thing.
That's the thing
about
about social media.
Exactly. One, you have a big following on social media, right? But two, again, you can't just go into your restaurant and spend $5. Right. Or you're not gonna get a plate for $10.
I don't think I got nothing for $5.
The only thing you got for close to $10 is your tuna milk, and that's like $11.
That's $20. That's $20 for tuna milk. My tuna salad is $7.
Right. No, as far as hot food, the only thing you ever served, which was the grilled cornbread. Oh, that's $10. The grilled cornbread. That's $11. That ain't even $10. So you can't go to your spot and just spend a measly $10.
Right.
You know,
it's different.
But it's
different.
And if it's not good, trust me, you just come back. We don't even have a problem with you. It's how you.
But
it's
the
approach.
thing, like on the flip side of that, these same people will go out to these upscale restaurants.
Yeah. And because it's upscale and they got white linen, oh my God, this is so good. Motherfucker ain't even got salt and pepper.
All kinds of pictures.
Like you need the whole bottle of hot sauce.
And won't complain. I also feel like a lot of times within our community, it goes back to us not really understanding how to support each other.
Yeah.
We so hard on ourselves, on our own people. And I get it. Sometimes we do have these black businesses that be running patty shops, as Mike like to say. And a patty shop is somebody who just ain't got their shit together. That's my first time cussing on. Don't have their stuff together. So you know, it's kind of like sometimes it does put a bad taste in people's mouth, and then they hold that standard to everybody, so they don't give us grace. And it's like, no, you actually have great customer service. You willing to you always willing to refund somebody. So it's like you have other businesses, they won't even communicate. You reach out to them, they ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they can't. You have to individualize every experience, and they don't do that. They group everybody.
And that's what I'm all about. I'm always all about the experience and making sure that you get. I always feel like it's so important for you to get your money's worth, and if you feel like it's not, just let me know. Now, I will let you know, don't purchase nothing else from here, because this is what it is. Your taste buds aren't agreeing with it.
Yeah.
So don't do it again. Don't even waste your money. And a lot of people feel offended by that. Like, what do you mean?
But
like,
it's
what?
just the honest truth.
It's the honest truth. Like, one time this lady ordered shipping from us. We shipped the item. UPS didn't track it or scan it, but it was on its way to her. And she emailed me and said, I'm calling to let you know you guys didn't ship it. I think you stole my money. And I was like, girl, cornbread? Like cornbread and some. I said, girl, listen, I don't know what it was, y'all, but the exchange was something to the effect of, you're that's why you're always gonna be small. You'll never be as big as Walmart. And I had to let her know. I said, first of all, I don't want to be as big as Walmart. Second of all, when you do see that this thing is on your doorstep, I hope the drink blows up in your face.
I thought she was about to take the high road on
No. Listen, I was trying to take the high road when she was like, I think she said something like, you'll always be small and something, because I told her, I said, listen, you're not ordering from my website anymore. I said, you're going to see that we in fact shipped it, but you're not allowed to order from my website. I said, if I even see somebody that ordered on your same street, I'm blocking their order. And she was that's what she really went off. And that's when I was like, I hope when she get her package, you know how the package be out for so long, and it just started getting air bubbled and shit. I was like, I hope this thing, the pressure build up and blow up in your face. And we refunded her. She got the package. She got the package. She refunded. And she knew. I said, girl, you better hope somebody else order for you, because if I see your name coming through my motherfucking screen, I am deleting, refunding. I am big. Like, everybody know me on my crew. I'm the refund queen, baby, because I don't want no problems. I don't need you coming to disturb my peace, like, at all. And I know a lot of customers, they're not for you at all. So that's pretty big with food. So what's our mental health segment, y'all?
We didn't integrate it all
throughout.
I mean, that's how we know, like, that's our angle. Like, we look at things from a mental health perspective too. But yeah.
So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. As y'all can see, the personalities are extremely different.
Yes.
So we hope that makes us unique. Everybody could actually have a person that they probably relate to. She the comedian though, for sure. Tina is the comedian for sure, okay? But y'all already know how I end my things. Be who you are, be beautiful. Don't forget to take care of yourself, because self-care matters. Until the next video, go out there and be somebody's peace. Love you guys. Later.